One problem that I have with Boxplots is that they don't look that good. So how can we make Boxplots look better? Well, the first thing to consider would be adding color, just like we did here, but maybe we could have used a better color palette. So let me just import Viridis, the library of color palettes. If you don't have it, you just install it right now. And so to my previous plot, I could add scale, fill, Viridis, and then I have to specify that I want it to be discrete because these categories here are discrete. And so this would be what I would obtain. Okay, let me just change the alpha to something that we can see better. Okay, so this looks a little bit better than before. Another thing to do when trying to make a box plot look better is to try another orientation. And we can do that if we change the aesthetic mapping of this call here. Instead of mapping X to class and Y to highway, we can change it and we will obtain the reverse orientation. Okay, so this is what we get. And this, for some reason, looks better to me. And finally, another thing that you should do when working with box plots to achieve a better look is to order each one of the box plots by median, so by the value of this segment here. To change the order of something plotted with ggplot, we already know that the trick is to order the levels of the factor. And to do so, we could change our original data frame and reorder the factors according to the median, or we can just reorder the data frame as we call it for ggplot. There are many ways to reorder a data frame by a function. There is one function in base R called reorder, but then in this one, I cannot specify that I want a descending order, which is what I want. So I'm going for the second option, which is to use a function called fct reorder, which is in a package called forcats. So let me just add this package, forcats, and this you will have to install it. So install it now. And once you have installed it, you can load it like this. And now we will use something called fct reorder. So if I go back to our previous call to ggplot, one thing that I have to change here is the class, okay? Because I want to reorder the class. I want them to be ordered by the median, okay? So in here, I will substitute this for a call to fct reorder. And what does this function do? Well, this function will reorder the class, which is what I want to reorder, according to the values in highway, okay, because this is what we are representing here. And then I need to specify which is the function that I want this to be reordered to. And this function is the median, because we want to order by the median. This is enough. So I have it reordered by median, but then as I mentioned, I want the reverse order. So I have to go back here and specify yet another parameter, which is desc for descending, and set it to true. And so now I have my plot ordered by the median and colored and in this orientation. The one problem that we have to solve now is that, of course, what we are mapping to the y-axis is now all of this function. So this is ugly. And so let's solve it just by specifying in the labs that the y label is class. And now the last thing that I want to do is to get my outliers back, because here I set it to not available. So let me set it to 20. And so this would be the final looks of my box plot, which probably you will agree that it is much better than our original plot, which was this one. It's much better, right? So this looks better.